Welcome to another daily episode of Free Nights and Weekends. Today, we're going to be talking and diving into a lot of different range of topics, especially about, I guess, mental health, what is love, the college experience, and especially, just education as an overall thought. So, I got my co-host with me, Tierra, you feel me? The
Tierra.
experiment.
I ain't got
I
time.
mean, the experience.
I ain't got time for this.
So I'm gonna go ahead and let her introduce herself real quick.
Uh-uh.
Uh-uh.
Nah, I don't like you like that.
Oh, okay,
Okay,
go
anyways,
ahead
I'm just playing.
on.
All right, welcome to Free Nights and Weekends, y'all. Um, we have Jenna here today.
Hey y'all.
There go that voice that we needed to hear. Because she was a little low, y'all, earlier. Okay. Okay, Greg. You hear us now? I'm just kidding.
So I guess we're gonna go ahead and get tapped in, and I'm gonna ask the first question to you as our guest, right? Because on Free Nights and Weekends, we love to get spiritual, we love to get messy, we love to get deep,
That's Greg.
real deep. Okay, but I'm gonna ask you a question like this. We're gonna kick it off like this, right? How important is love to you?
You got to get real.
Um, to be honest, love is very important to me because I'm one of those people that feel like you need love in order to survive. Like you can't be by yourself. So I just feel like you need that either significant other or that partnership or that friendship that's like filled with love because you can't be by yourself because I just feel like you're gonna be sick and you're not gonna be happy,
Miserable.
right? You're gonna be miserable. So
Yeah.
I personally feel like love is very important to me, and you need it. So.
You asking me the same question?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, good job. All right. Love
Speak it
means
to the mic.
love means a lot to me. Um, I feel like love is one of those things where when you have it, you good all the time. So I feel like love is very important to me because I need it. Like Jenna said, I need it to be okay. Like if I don't feel that love, like I had to call your mama yesterday to get some love real quick so I could feel okay. You need it.
No, so I can equate to that, and I definitely can speak to that. Like love is important. I guess even just growing up, or you know what I'm saying, the type of love that we do receive. So I'm gonna kind of skip around and bounce around on my answers because something just came into my thought of mine. Even with love, right? Because we learn so many dysfunctional things. Do y'all feel like we have to unlearn to relearn certain things, even in the aspects of what love may be? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because everybody's love language is different.
Yeah. So to kind of correlate what you were saying,
Mhm.
I do feel like you have to relearn stuff. Well, unlearn something to relearn it because not everybody household is the same. So growing up, everybody got like different experiences from their mom, their dad, their siblings. So it's just like you can't take that into either future relationships or anything involving with the future because
Right.
not all the time the stuff is the right way to be because you could be a negative person, a toxic person, but that was because of your household or stuff that you went through your childhood.
And things you learn.
Right. So I feel like you would have to unlearn that to relearn the proper way to love or the proper way to feel and connect with people in the real world because not everything is the same growing
I
up.
ain't even got nothing to say behind that. Hey, that was dope.
Hey,
She
if
got
y'all
some little smarts, y'all. That was like one of those things where you doing poetry, you gotta snap your finger. Okay,
she caught us. She
Yeah.
caught us with a gem
I
real
felt
quick.
that one.
She caught us with a gem real quick, especially how she correlated
Correlated.
that.
Okay, we got
So,
educated people on the show.
you know what I'm saying? So let me ask you, just as growing up in the inner city in Detroit, or as a young woman, um, what type of goals or aspirations do you have as a young woman in today's society? Like, okay, what drives you? What is your purpose? Would you say?
Growing up, I guess around a lot of people like going to cast, you see a lot of people they want to be something that they not. So when they get out in the world, it's just like now it's a lot of people I went to school with. They don't even do nothing with their lives. They not motivated or nothing. So I feel like to me that's my motivation because at the end of the day, I want to be somebody. I don't want to just be that person working a 9 to 5. Y'all just out here like partying. That stuff cool. Like I like to party and stuff too, but not doing it every day, like y'all don't have nothing to live for or work for. So like that really be my motivation to be somebody, because I can't just be no name person, like just out here, just traveling. Like you ain't nobody not doing nothing with your life. So I feel like that's my motivation for real.
You know what? That's right. Like, just I even feel like that too. Like, you know, always inspired to be something more or greater than, you know what I'm saying, your everyday surroundings. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's one thing, I know that we are average people, but like they say, shoot for the stars, and somewhere you might land against the moon. So it's like, if you don't have, like, I used to ask people, like, what's your favorite car? And they be like, oh, a Tahoe. I'm like, that's your dream car? Like, do you know it's like Ferraris? And, you know what I'm saying? But people don't know. But you know what? It is, some people are like, here it goes back to again of unlearning to relearn new things, and then sometimes we shut our minds off that we don't want to try new experiences, to a point that now we're stuck, we're stagnated, we're complacent, and okay, I just want to live in Detroit. Oh, I just want to drive a Corvette. Like, it's like, okay, but
I don't want to try new food.
Yeah, so what about the other things? Do you got anything to like speak to that here?
I mean, y'all really touching on some stuff, so it's like I'm all over the place. I'm still trying to be where y'all at, but I just feel like stuff that inspired me to be great, even me being a 31-year-old woman, like, is to see other people, to see people younger than me that's driven. It makes me hungry. It makes me want to do more. Like, when my daughters come with good ideas, like, mommy, I want to be a cook. I be like, I don't want to cook. I did not want to cook. My grandma was not cooking, so I thought women didn't cook. But the point of her being interested, and I'm not in that world, is something that I can still grasp from her. Like, I can grasp things from you. Like, you gonna be a doctor, so I be like, my sister is a doctor, y'all. What y'all talking about? What? She a healer? Okay.
So let me ask you this, because you made a good point, since we're talking about the older generation, and this is kind of one of my questions that we can kind of correlate again, right?
Okay.
So, do y'all feel like the modern woman, well, do y'all feel like grandma's era, the traditional woman, they're looked at as like a weakness, like, no, y'all was kind of more so docile, y'all wasn't as educated, opposed to now, the modern woman is more so like, hey, I'm driven, I got my own, I got all this. Do y'all find it as a difference between, you know what I'm saying, of what's going on?
To be honest, I feel like it is a major difference. I feel like back then it was more so like, okay, I'm gonna stay home, I'm gonna do this, and to not worry about yourself. But now I feel like the problem with most men, and they don't realize, like, a lot of women don't just want to sit in the house. Like, we don't want to just sit and take care of the kids. We can do that, but also we want to have our own career. We want to have our own. And I feel like that'd be a problem with a lot of relationships. They expect women to don't do this, don't do that, but do what they want them to do instead of actually fending for themselves and basically showing what they can do, because women is powerful for real to me. Like, we can do a lot of stuff. Like, it's like they more so, they not used to the switch that's happening, that women want to work and we want to have a career. And
so let me ask you this, just let me play a little devil's advocate, right? Do you feel like a woman should be in a leadership role to whereas she leads men, even in the household dynamic?
Whew. I mean, I've seen that my whole life. I'm not gonna lie. Like, my mama, that's the man, the woman, the kid, the auntie, the grandma, she everything. Like, so it's just like, seeing that, you would kind of expect, like, okay, I feel like I need to be the leadership and I need to basically run everything. But I do know for a fact, like, it's a lot of stuff that you would need a man to do. And I feel like a man would have to step up in that leadership role. But then on the flip side, a lot of men, I feel like, don't even want to step into that role. And they just let the woman take over, because it's a lot of stuff that y'all do, like, y'all don't do that they was doing back then. Like, most of the men don't even try to provide now. They don't try to come to the table with anything. They don't try to support you. So it's like, you want me to support you and do this, but you can't even take care of the household properly. So I feel like that's where the issue come in. Yeah. But me personally, I feel like, yeah, a man should be in the leadership role, but it's, are you gonna do it properly? Are you gonna be there?
Are you a leader? Because a lot of these men, even back then, some of them were kept quiet and not told or pacified or spoiled. Like some of these men are very, very spoiled. So they get with these women like, oh, I want you to cook, clean, hold my junk, give me a bath, give me kisses, give me love, because that's what you was getting from a mother. But as so like a man, it's like it's normal for a woman to yearn that. You know what I'm saying? Not saying that y'all not supposed to have that softness of a side, but like a lot of men don't feel like they have to bring outside of providing for your family. It's more than that. Like I need you to give me a hug sometimes, Dad. Right. I need you to come with me and talk to me eye to eye and understand like, hey, I had a bad day and I'm human. Right. And it's not my attitude with you. It could be that you not being a proper leader. And sometimes in the world we have more of that than the small percentage of people who are doing that.
Okay. So I heard everything y'all said and I kind of took mental notes.
Okay.
Right?
All right, dude.
And so
I'm ready.
I agree with some of the stuff that y'all said.
Okay.
Like, okay, I want to address the
You're a
issue.
man.
Yeah, I'm gonna speak from a man's point of view, and that's why we have ladies on the panel, and they have their own perspective, and everybody have their own perspective because nobody is a monolith. We don't all think the same. Okay. So I do know that. So, but okay, when she said women are powerful, okay, I do agree to a certain degree. Women, y'all are powerful, but I feel like the problem comes in that not that men don't want to take that leadership role, is that men don't want to. If a woman has the same qualities of a man, sometimes it kind of turns him off to where now he's like, okay, why should I have to be in this role of this woman and she's giving me this, you know what I'm saying, this issue to where I can't be in this role to even take care of her in that way because she's always going against my leadership, my leadership.
But then I also asking us about the grandma time and this time, etc. Like, y'all be stuck in a world where y'all want y'all women to be that way, and this is y'all gotta catch up. Like, it's like catch up mustard. You get what I mean? Like, the world ain't like that no more. So like your mind process can't only be stuck. That's just like our kids and we raising our kids. Of course, y'all was raised different from your sister. She's probably gonna get a little bit more weight because your mama's exhausted from raising y'all now. My mom too. You know, like you're not gonna be the same. So I don't know.
I got something to add to your question, so I feel like that kind of goes back to when you said unlearning to relearn, because speaking from my situation, I feel like I would be that way in a relationship because of what I saw growing up. So I'm going to feel like, okay, I don't got to listen to you because I know how to do everything myself. I could do everything by myself. So I feel like that's when the man steps in, and I feel like I know y'all probably think it's hard, but y'all gotta like soften us up to get us to that point that's like, I got it, babe, like you don't gotta worry, like
learn y'all strong black women instead of judging us.
I agree to that, right? But let's be real. So if we're gonna be realistic, right? No, we're not talking about Tatianas. What we're talking about is, let's be realistic, right? It is also something called mating selection too, and a lot of time, women complain about men, but y'all don't pick the right men. You see what I'm saying? A lot of time, y'all lead with, oh, he's tall, he's handsome, he's nice, he's this, he got a swag, he got a bravado. But it's like, okay, how is this man with his children? How did he treat his mother? You know what I'm saying? Like that. So that's what it's like was, okay, and I understand that. So this is where I'm finding a problem where it's a lot of beta males and simps. And my definition of this is like when a man panders too much to a woman, when they say, put your foot down, a man should put his foot down in the correct way. You're right. Responsible way. But at the same time, he cannot just go along and get along with everything that his woman says. He can't do that. So that way, even like when I'm saying, that's why I asked you when you said about the woman being powerful, and I agree, right? But if the woman is so powerful, it's like to a point where now the man, it's like, nigga, you have to be useful into what you bring to your woman. You feel what I'm saying? So now, if the dynamic is switched and you're paying more than him and you doing more than him, how can you even respect a man like that? You see what I'm saying?
What you want. And just imagine, okay, although, like, in your household, you had, I mean, I'm pretty sure you seen your parents at a point where they're together. You know what I'm saying? Or not. But some of these households are broken. So we're dealing with people that they lost. They don't know. They don't even know what it's like to love. They don't know what it's like to be certain things, especially men. Because I see a lot of men just be like, okay, whatever the wife says, happy wife, happy life. You get what I'm saying? They take the easy road.
So can I say something to this? So can I say something to that? Because this is where I find out, like even in therapy, this is where men are really being emotionally and psychologically abused. Because what I learned is we are stronger than women physically. Like, yeah, we can beat y'all, no doubt. But the manipulative games and the mindset and the heartstrings that y'all can play, a man would never win. My therapist told me, he said, man, don't even try to, the games that you think you're about to try to play, you're not going to win it. You feel me? Just like with a certain level of an argument. But I feel like you said, like when you say understand your strong black woman, I really don't like it because it takes a woman out of her femininity to me. Like it's power in words.
Femininity. I don't care if you wear a dress, you get cute, you can wear lashes. I don't care. It's a disguise behind every woman. It's a face card, I feel. You know what I mean? You got to turn into all of these different people when you go outside, depending on your job, depending on your nieces and nephews, depending on if you're a grandmother or whatever. Like, you got to portray this role as a woman, and we have so many roles to play that we can't always be ourselves by ourselves all the time. So agitation does happen, and then we're looked at as these angry black women, but we also don't know how to control our emotions also, because we don't have any outlets. We always have people saying, oh, you're too strong. You gotta dumb yourself down, but sometimes that's just who the person is, Like,
I definitely agree. I definitely agree to that. Only thing I was just saying is just like having that boundary of okay, staying in that feminine place, like the lady was saying on there, like a woman to jump in a man's face, and then it's like, oh, you want another man to protect you, but it's like, no, you jumping in this man's face. So it's like bounds. It's just like with a man, and this is where I know we like to teeter along the lines, and we don't try to, disrespect nobody, but. When it comes to, let's say, homosexuality, like black women would say, okay, well, these men is not standing up and these men is pussy and weak. But on the other caveat side to it, they champion gay black men. So it's like we're into a point that we're going to, like when we was having a live the other day and we was talking about, okay, yeah, it's live, it's twerking and all that. Cool, we understand people need to let their hair down. But for the image as a whole, is it conducive for our community? My answer is no. So I feel like we don't have checks and balances in our community to whereas everybody just do what they want to do. It's a sexualized thing. So that's why I kind of led off with how important is love? Because if we don't start from a love basis, I feel like on any level, me and you as brothers and sisters, things that we didn't went through and, clash that, if it's not a level of I'm approaching you with love and respect or grace and space, we kind of gonna always clash. Even like what Hoy would say, like he'd be like, well, did you ask that person, are you okay? Are you having a bad day? You know what I'm saying? It's just the small little things that we can...
Identifying that people are human. Literally. And back to the stuff that you was talking about with that, it's some of these gay men, and no pun intended, like I support people being them. You get what I'm saying? But at the same time, it's a lot of them that's doing more than some of these men out here, truthfully. They busting their butt, they building empires, they building generational wealth. Like, people really need to do their research too, also. Like, not just surround yourself around that gay kind of lifestyle, but learn things, because it's not always bad just because you know that they're sleeping with each other sexually.
Did you have anything more to add to, like, I guess, the family structure? Or, you know what, I wanted to move on to ask you, just both of y'all, since we're talking about men, what type of men have y'all encountered since y'all have been dating or on the scene? Like, you know what I mean? Like, for real, like, what type of men have y'all encountered opposed to the men that you would feel like is quality for you?
Okay. All right. Well, I'm going to get shung to the left. To the right. Okay. Well, I would say in the beginning, I bumped my head one time. It took me one time. Like, me going to experience where I didn't know myself anymore and I couldn't identify who I was when I looked in the mirror because I was so in love with a person. I had to, like, snap out of it. That's where that exterior, that's where the walls come from now, because I have to protect me. So my experiences help me to be who I am. So, like, men-wise, I would say once I got like 25, 26, I found after that bad relationship, I required you to have something to offer me before we had a conversation. I love myself more. I would say that.
So let me ask you this because I find a lot of women say that like, okay, you need to have something to offer me, right? But offer you it in what way? Far as spiritually or just financially?
I mean, because you asked about our experiences. So, like, I was just speaking from my experience. Like, I had a bad situation. Yeah. I mean, we don't want to talk about him, but he was a bad situation. So it made me like, yeah, I'm going to take 2 years to myself and figure it out. And a lot of people don't take that special needed time to themselves. So they jump out here and they going to settle. They're going to keep getting that. You're going to keep getting slapped in the face because you're looking and yearning for something that you don't. That's a you thing, for real. A lot of people don't know that. Like, it's you. Like, you got to tap into why you keep on attracting these type of people. It's a little you, because maybe you soft in a way. Like, it's something to it.
Okay, so, I guess I'm gonna speak on my experience, or not even speaking to no therapist. It's more like a thinking on me, like deep thoughts of what I be going through, or just different stuff. So I don't know if y'all know that saying. It's like, however your dad is, or that love you missing out, that's the love that you feel like you looking for. And me personally, I do feel like that's me, because he was like, he's present, but it's like, then again, you not. Like, you could be in the house with somebody, but you not receiving that same love. So I guess that kind of goes back to like the woman being powerful and the man not really being there in the household, because I didn't have him to go to for nothing I went through. And I guess it's kind of gradually getting there now, but it's still a working process. And I'm about to be 19. Like, that's 19 years. That's like, I've learned to be without you now. So when I feel like I'm in relationships, I'm looking for him. Like, I'm looking for that love that I'm missing out. That, okay, your mom give you everything. She give you your love, but it's still that man figure that you missing out on. So it's like, I feel like I do keep bumping my head, and I be putting myself in situations because I'm like, I'm looking for him. And I feel like I find him, but then I find the negative parts in him. So it's like, I'm hurting myself, and I keep doing the same thing. And it's like,
Listen, like, when I was your age, my dad that I grew up with, like, he took me in for my sisters. Like, he literally, when he left me, it broke me. So just imagine having somebody in your life that gave you that love and that care, and it's robbed and taken from you. So it's like, you get to searching for stuff. And I can totally relate. Like, you saying those words, I can relate to that, because I've been, like, it been times me and Greg in our relationship, people like, Tiara, you really gotta chill. Like, I'm not here, I'm here to love you. Like, I'm here to love you,
that's how I feel. Like, so back to that, just being that strong-minded person, I give that off in my relationships, because I don't know how to be soft. That's just how I am. So it's like, I'm just that. Like, and it don't be on purpose.
But the thing about it is, it's gonna take time to get there, because you gotta get there first. Like, you gotta get there first, where you like, you know what? I forgive my dad. I forgive myself for feeling this way. You get what I mean? And identifying what's the root of the problems. Taking baby steps with yourself. Because, like, sometimes at your age, with you going to school, like, dating for me, honestly, I feel like it needs to be out of the equation unless somebody come and pressure, like a prince, for God's sakes. I'm serious. Like, not lying.
Well, I wouldn't say, exceed your boundaries like that, but yeah, I definitely. But you know what? Yeah, for no doubt.
My kids and the women around me, I want them to have nothing but the greatest. And I'm not just saying financially, but luxury sometimes ain't just material things. Luxury of love, meaning you're going to take me to the highest peak that I need to know, and I'm not going to think about not another man again.
You know what? Y'all are absolutely right. But you know what I found, right? Because now today, more of the men, are present in our children's lives, right? And I feel like that older generation of men, older generation of men, what they did was they was like they're emotionally void. They're not there. So they can't give what they never had, right? A lot of their mothers never gave them hugs. A lot of them never experienced a lot of different things. So when you pass down that trauma, like you're saying, and that's what Dr. Umar would say, even with a boy to a mother, like that's your first thing that you are, okay, this is what I want in a woman. So like you say, in the father, this is what I want. But see what you saying, and I agree, and this is what I had to learn, right? As a man, this is why I agree with y'all. A lot of these niggas I don't respect on no level because as a man, even when you're an elder man, you should be able to convey your message and kick it to the youth to give them back the game. Young men for war, old men for counsel. That's always what it's been. You understand what I'm saying? But once we got displaced and we now done left the job on the women and put the bear on their back, now they like, oh, nigga, fuck you. You know what I'm saying? And now they have this aggression. It works both ways. So a lot of y'all men, I hope y'all hear me on free nights and weekends. Do your job, because just like she's saying, like we're going to get into the college experience, a lot of black women, the most educated women right now in society is the black women. They're running circles around niggas, but at the same time, even if y'all don't want to go to school, go get you a trade. You understand what I'm saying? Find something that you can have the skills to pay the bills to take care of a fine-ass woman. You know that? It's just like we talk about fat bitches or whatever want the best high-value nigga. You niggas can't be no slum-ass niggas, want no woman, you know what I'm saying, want no woman that's doing something for you. So I guess we're going to switch gears a little bit for the conversation, right? So can you tell me, how is the college experience right now in 2022 going forward?
So with the college experience, I just finished my first year at Bowling Green State University. I finished my first year off on the dean's list with a 3.7, almost 3.8 GPA. I'm a pre-med, I'm a psychology pre-med major, minoring in chemistry. I'm looking to go into emergency medicine in the future. Pretty much, it's a process. College is a process because we are just getting through with COVID. Well, COVID's still around, but it's not as big as it was 1 and 2 years ago. So it's kind of everyone's getting back into the normal flow of things like parties and no mask. So it's kind of like we all learning baby steps. So, but pretty much college has been a wonderful experience. I just feel like if you don't want to go to college, that's fine. But it is an experience. You learn a lot about yourself and you learn a lot being around different people that's from different places of the world, different people in the United States, just different states, because not everybody the same person. And the key thing is college is really what you make it. It's your experience. So if you're not going out, you're not doing nothing, college ain't going to be fun. Like, you got to put yourself out there, even if you shy or even if you feel like, oh, well, it's college. People grown. They don't care what you're doing, what you got on, what you saying, what your hair look like, nothing. Like, that's you. That's how you express yourself. That's your personality. So I just feel like you got to be open-minded and open to go to college.
Hey, you know what? That's good. So anybody that's entering college, maybe y'all might be juniors or seniors in high school, you know what I'm saying? This is a person that's, she's experienced it. She's been in college. She's lived on the dorm, moved away, you know what I'm saying? So let me ask you this, just as far as school, to help somebody out, are study habits and are good study habits important?
I feel like going to college, that's one of the main things you really got to focus on is studying. Because, trust me, when college is not all fun and games and partying, you go have them nights when you got to stay up till 5 and you got to 8 a.m. or you got to go out partying and you like, I got to get this work done. So you typing your paper up, doing your hair. Like, it's a process. So I feel like, yes, study habits is very important because it's really study habits and balance. That's how I was able to party and go out and have fun because I was making sure my work was done days before, getting it done earlier, making sure this typed up and this submitted before I even go out because it's due at 11. The party start at 10. What you gonna do? Like, you gotta hurry up, even if that means being late to a party or you can't go to everything. Yeah, you gotta put yourself first. Like, I had to learn, like, okay, y'all can go out, y'all can chill. Y'all education majors, y'all going to school for some little, like, pre-medicine, that's a hard load on me for real, because you got the workload and tests and exams and quizzes, and it's like a whole lot. So I just feel like you gotta really study and you gotta buckle down and have balance. Like I feel like that's the part of going to college. You gotta mature quick. If you wasn't like that in high school, you're not gonna be prepared for college at all.
Damn. That was a gem right there. She just dropped some knowledge on y'all. I hope y'all heard that right quick. You heard me? It means be responsible, like my mom used to say. Have some gumption, boy. Do something with your life. You feel me? Aspire to be something greater than yourself. You like they tell you in the army, be all you can be. But so let me ask you this. So, getting into social groups up in college, is that essential? You know what I'm saying? Or just even maybe the friends outside the partying? What about the friends and the groups and the social groups you must interact with?
Okay, so what I can say, speaking on my first year, when you first go in there, like before you even get there, it's gonna be like the summer before college. You're gonna have all these group chats, you're gonna have all these friends, but like you don't need all that. Really. You really don't need it's really a distraction, and to be honest, I'm gonna keep it 100. College is like another form of high school. People is going to be messy even though they grown. That's just how people are. So I feel like you just need to keep your circle as small as you can. Like you can have conversations with different people, because of course you're going to have classes with people. You're going to be in different organizations with people. So it's going to be a time where you got to communicate to them, but don't tell everybody your business or don't think everybody your friend, because when you're in college, they worrying about themselves. They worrying about getting their own degree. So they don't care if they got to throw you under the bus or talk bad about you behind your back, but then smile in your face. So I just feel like with friends, you got to, when they say be select for who in your friend group, really be mindful of who in your friend group. Because once again, y'all going into a different space. Y'all don't know these people. This girl all the way in from Atlanta, you don't know her from a can of paint. So it's like you don't know how she really is, not even after a year, 2 years, 3 years, because people could change. So it's like really keep your group small and don't really worry about friends, because friends will come. The real genuine people will come to you when you least expect it. It could be it could be a different person that's not even African American black. It could be a Caucasian or an Asian person that's in your class, and it's like, oh, they really cool for real, and they really help you. Like, I'm not even gonna say it, but they'll be there for you more than a black friend would be. Like, they'll help you with your schoolwork. Let's go to study days, but then you got the friends, I want to go party. Right, you hungry? Come, we cooking.
You know, so crazy. I wanted to speak to this real quick, right? Two things. Because I was listening to DJ Academics, and he was saying that, he came over here as a immigrant. And as an immigrant, you know what I'm saying, the immigrants don't play. He was like, listen, how do they come to this country, don't even speak the language, and get richer than me and you, and we've been here all our life? That's first thing. Second thing, like she just said, he was like, bro, I was Jamaican. Like, I didn't think I was going to be DJ Academics or whatever doing this. He said, in Jamaica, different countries, they treat school seriously. Like, boy, I sent your ass to school to do this. You're going to be an engineer. You're going to be a doctor. You're not just going to school to bullshit. So having that serious, like you said, the Asians and the Arabs or, China, like different people of the walks of life, black people, we got to get more serious about our shit. That's why keep preaching to y'all, like, I get it. We like the drug dealing. We like the lifestyle. We like the rapper lifestyle. We like the stripper lifestyle. But that shit don't work. It don't get us ahead. Like I always say, the next Jeff Bezos or Elon Musk is in the hood. But like she said, if we don't get around people that can elevate our mind, or like LeBron say, be in situations to start being comfortable, being uncomfortable, then you know what? Shit, you might as well lay the fuck down and die.
Yeah, so not even if you don't feel like take yourself out that comfort zone, like I know you did speak on like different organizations, that is another way to get yourself out there and meet different people that's on your level. Because I was always taught to like hang out with people that's on your level, hang out with people like you said that can elevate you, motivate you, and y'all on the same path, and not somebody that'll hold you back or they doing different stuff. Because, like, I know since I'm pre-med, I'm in an organization called MAPS. It's a multicultural organization for pre-medical students. And it's all black women. Like, it's some black men that come, but a lot of, you got to get most black men to come to different things. But it's mostly black women. Everybody either want to be a doctor or a dentist or a veterinarian, or they going to nursing school. So we all just all together pretty much growing, elevating, and learning how to basically beat the system together, because this is a white person world. We have to grow.
So damn, they're like some Big Brother cookout shit.
Yeah, so um so but that's not even like the only thing. Like when after I got through my first year, like the end of my first year, I was like, okay, I'm gonna start branching out, because you know how I said, like, college is what you make it. So I was kind of bored. I'm like, okay, I'm doing this working and stuff, but I know all these people, but I want to be like on the community. Like I want to be on campus. Know my name. I'm not no name person. So I want to be on campus and, oh, that's her. She in blah 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 blah. Like, yeah. So I joined on top of Maps. I joined Fab Watch. It's a black fashion organization on campus, because y'all know I love to put that on. Okay. So yeah. Okay. And I also am part of the NAACP. They just started our chapter back on our campus, so I'm the vice president of that. Like most of these organizations, I'm on the executive board for. So I'm either the social media chair, so I get the broadcasting out, the Instagram lives, the pictures, all that stuff. Or then I'm the vice president. I'm helping making decisions in the NAACP. I'm also part of the Black Student Union. So that kind of just goes back to, if you don't feel connected with different races and different people with different religions, you could find stuff that you are comfortable in. Like college, I'm telling you, it's like a melting pot, but it's also a learning ground and a learning space to grow as an individual. Because I didn't think, okay, I didn't even know if I wanted to go into medicine. I wanted to go into medicine because that's all I knew. But when I went there my first year, it was like I had like 3 different majors I was looking at until I joined MAPS. And I'm like, okay, I'm around all these people. This something what I really want to do. And you just around different organizations. You could do art, you can do engineering stuff. They got so many programs. They even got an African National Society for people that's immigrants from different countries in Africa. Like, and they have fun. Like I went one time, they playing music, we had food. I'm over here like I'm coming back. Okay, what we doing next week? Like it's fun. Yeah, like this.
Because the thing about it, I don't know if y'all watched the Homecoming show on Netflix. I don't know if y'all are familiar with it, but it was like giving off the college experience where you gotta find your family there. Like oddly but true, you gotta find a family. You gotta find people that really support you, that can keep you motivated, because you gotta get what you're getting at home in a way, because it's so far. Because for me personally, when I was in college, that's what only thing that you needed. Once you found that niche of people, they like, girl, get up. You got classes. You can't hang out. You need those people. So
Yeah, that's kind of, and I feel like that goes back to love. Because when I was talking about love, I wasn't just saying like relationships with, oh, your significant other. Love can come from that one dorm roommate. My first year, girl, we had an 8 a.m. I'll be the one trying to be asleep. She like, Jay, wake up. She throwing stuff at me. We running out the door together to get to class. Like, you got to have that one person or them few people, because like, you can't, a lot of people think, oh, I could do this myself. You really can't. It's a lot of stuff that like you cannot do by yourself, and you need that support system. You need that other person there that's like pushing you to be better and helping you.
You know what? And that's crazy. Like that's what they always say. It ain't no I in team. So even what I'm even learning with, even if you don't learn shit in the classroom, the networking is what's the most powerful. You know what I'm saying? Like you say, yeah, you meeting in the love. Like I ain't look at that. Yeah, it's not like you said. Exactly. That's most important. Like I guess just equating to that, I can remember my mom telling me stories of like her being over there with my dad in the military and shit like that, and they had a group of niche of people, you know what I'm saying, just to get by, or how they had to learn things. And that's what the problem is. We have such a separatist mind state nowadays that, bro, we need each other to navigate through life, bro. Whether we like it or not, relationship or not, like we need each other. So I wanted to ask you, just growing up in a Muslim household, right, in an Islamic household, is your perspective on life and how you view things different?
I would say yes, because a lot of people I interact with, they don't had the same experiences that I had in my household. That's like, okay, I come from an Islamic household, and you might come from whatever religious background household you come from. And I feel like that's on different levels from like respect or peace or how you do different things or how you go about finding information on different things. So it's kind of like we navigate the world differently based on being in an Islamic household. And to me, I feel like that's very helpful because without a lot of stuff, you can't have the peace and respect and have the understanding to try to navigate this world if you don't even know how to communicate with people properly, or you don't know how to reach out to the world, and you just living here or walking the world blind because you're not aware of what the future may hold or the knowledge that was put here for us to know, like, okay, don't do this, do this. So I just feel like, yeah, it's a big difference.
And you know what? And I always say that because a lot of people will say, "Oh, I can grow up, I can be a good person," but being a good person is subjective, right? You know what I'm saying? When you look up stuff outside of the box objectively, right? It is a criterion, like they say that the Quran is a criterion. It determines right for wrong. It's never gonna change or nothing like that. So a lot of people they don't understand Islam, and then from us being black, you know what I'm saying. A lot of people try to say like they try to think that we're a nation, but you know what I'm saying. Once you get the, as they would say, orthodox Sunni Islam, you know that God is almighty. And then we look at stuff and we take things just like you say out. When I prayed next to a Chinese person, an Arab, an African, I say, oh my God, this got to be God, because never in one religion have I ever seen different multi ethnicities or groups come together and they're all praying to one. So like they were saying, the Islam didn't just start from Prophet Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. It really started way back with Adam, because everybody preached one God of monotheism. So, I guess, can I ask you, what would be the challenging things of today of being a Muslim woman that you come across or yourself?
I know my mama probably laughing right now, but I would say the dunya. So pretty much the worldly stuff that you kind of experience, because I feel like previously back then it probably wasn't as hard as it was now. But I didn't talk to my mom about it because it's just like you got so much stuff, especially being in college. It's like, okay, you trying to do better, you trying to cover, you trying to do this. Then you got people that's like looking at you different, treating you different, or it's just hard mentally. Like, okay, they doing it and I can't even do it, but it's like you gotta realize why you can't do it and what's the purpose, and looking towards your future, not what everybody else doing. So it's kind of like, yeah, it's hard. I'm not gonna say it's easy because it's hard. Like I be trying to drink and do everything else that everybody else be doing, and you just gotta learn to get back to your roots and yeah, undoing. So like the unlearning to relearn. Like you gotta get back to what you know and your truth. Like everybody else living their truth. So I feel like that's what be pushing me. Cause like one thing I never do, I feel like I never dislike Islam because like I know the truth and what I was raised on. But it's just like getting back to what you know, cause you can't let the world take over you.
Or dictate what you feel. So I think, let me ask you this, because I know this for myself. Is it your belief or your faith? Because faith, it can't be measured. You know what I'm saying? It's not tangible, right? So do you know, like, the fact that you're gonna die and you want to go somewhere, does Islam answer that for you in totality when you know your teachings and read about what Allah promised or the things that goes on?
I mean, yeah, because I feel like if you are reading and you knowledgeable and it's been in your household, that could kind of help too. So it's like you should already know what to do and what not to do, because the stuff that you doing that's probably negative or adding like sins and stuff on, and it's like, okay, I mean, you should already know where you going. And if you're not trying to help or like praying to God or trying to fix anything or repent, then it's like you just out here. So what's the point of even doing anything? So, and then if you doing positive stuff and then you still sinning, it's like, okay, you still working towards like being a better person. You just gotta keep going. You can't give up.
you know what? And I say this, and a lot of people today, they I think they so smart that they don't even believe in God. Like I think that's just a moniker people just say or a mantra. Yeah, I believe in God, but they really don't have the essence or know what that power really means. You know what I'm saying? We have deduced God so small to human mindset that we can't think outside the box. So it's been a great episode, what I'm saying, of talking with you, getting a college experience, what I'm saying, getting to know how y'all feel about men and women and the gist of the world. I hope I can have you back on as another guest. We got a Cast Tech alumni, what I'm saying, this is the very first, okay?
1 second to none.
Okay. She down in Bowling Green right now, man. So do y'all got anything to add? I want you to give some final words, T. Go ahead and close us out. We're gonna go here.
What did we use? Gratitude the other day. Um, oh, what did we use? Gratitude. Okay, because we said we was gonna keep leading on with that with the week, but I feel like a lot of people need to be a little bit more empathetic with people. Put yourself, not saying put yourself in somebody's shoes where you're carrying on their emotions, but take back and think about what somebody else is feeling. That person that you might be seeing that look ugly or mean that day, walk up to them and tell them, hey, your shoes look nice, because you never know what can change somebody's day or change somebody's mindset. But I want y'all to be positive and be nice to each other. That's it. That's all. And that's weekends, y'all.
I guess from a college student, I'm gonna give y'all some words. Just what I said: study, keep that balance. Cause if you study and it's balanced, then you can understand yourself and be organized. Then you got it. It's not as hard as people make it seem, and not everybody have to go to college. You can go to trade, the army. It's a lot of different routes that you can go, but just stay positive and stay focused on yourself, and just make sure you look for the next step and be okay with yourself.
There's a lot of grants out here and opportunities out here. Y'all black people don't read. Go read. That's it.
And it's not even no, really, but yeah. Yeah, so
So many opportunities out here right now.
yeah, like she said, it's a lot of opportunities. Like I
My daughter's got 2 scholarships. Chloe and Kylie both have $2,000 scholarships each just from passing the test. So I'm just saying, like, y'all gotta really just read up on what's going on, learn where y'all kids going to school, learn what's in the neighborhood. Talk to people. Talk to people. It's not hard. Talk to people.
especially
I swear it's so free. That image you get from people off back of what you think or what you heard other people say, it be like, be nice. Get to know people for yourself too.
yeah, especially on the scholarships because I had to learn and do everything by myself going to college. Like I ain't had no help. Like even though you went to Cass, it's so many of us, you just one of the thousands of people that graduated from there, right? So it's like you had to learn for yourself, and that's really what I had to do. I had to find scholarships. I didn't even know me going to school and being on the dean's list. I'm still getting emails. Oh, you joining the National Honor Society. They want you at this program. They want you at this dinner because I made the dean's list, and they giving me money. Like that's why studying is so important because you don't know where it could get you. Talking, you don't know where it can get you. Like everything, I'm getting thousands just staying on top of my grades, and I'm still partying.
So, they laced y'all with a lot of good game. They laced y'all with good facts, opinions. You know what I'm saying? I want y'all to hit that like button, subscribe to our channel, get down in the comment section. You know what I'm saying? Let us know what y'all feel about this video. Give us some feedback. Let us know if y'all a new subscriber because we have definitely get back on y'all comments. But, we here, we in, we out, just like a robbery, weekends.